Come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes.
Yes, good morning, everyone. People have been saying I look a bit tired, but you never know. Maybe it's because I had to watch 4 hours of bloody football last night. Get your views and get your comments in. It is the Famous Aftermath Show. We'll talk about, obviously, the game yesterday. News that it could be a new manager. I don't know if it's going to be today. We thought it was going to be before this weekend, but you never know. Get your views and get your comments in. As you know, follow us on all socials, and we'll get straight into it.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.
Yes, how are you all doing, guys? Appreciate you coming in on a Sunday morning. I do know what, I do look a bit tired. I'm not sure why. We'll get a few comments in and then we'll bring some people in. Where's the new shirt? Dean says. If it comes up, there you go. Dean says, "Where's the new shirt?" No idea, mate. We keep playing in this kit, and to be honest, I'm getting to the point where you might as well just keep using this kit because it actually looks pretty decent. So that's what I think, anyway. Morning, everyone. New haircut. It is, yes. People have probably not seen me since the last time I had a haircut, so yeah, gone a bit shorter. Thought, why not? Morning, Mark. How we all doing? Matthew, how we doing, mate? Gray, you had a lot of comments in our fan chat on the other day, saying about just everything that's going wrong. Of course. Derek says, "Morning, REEEDY, and all the long-suffering fans from from everywhere." And yesterday was absolutely horrible to watch, if I'm totally honest. Don't get me wrong, the first hour to hour and 45 was all right, but it just got to the point where it's just a bit draining, wasn't it? 3.5 hours of football was just a bit too long, in my opinion. We'll get some people in now, if I can find it on here. Nick, how we doing, mate?
Morning, bud. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I saw you a bit thingy when I said about it was a long watch yesterday. What was your take on that?
Yeah, but it is what it was, wasn't it? They've all got 60 minutes in their legs. And to be perfectly honest, you said it was, a hard watch and stuff. You try bloody playing in 30 plus degrees heat of football. I delivered your post in it, mate, and it nearly killed me yesterday. So pipe down a little bit.
Hey, I'm not saying it was bad for me. I'm bad for the players. I'm just saying saying it was a pre-season game, 180 minutes of football. I can't. Do you know what I mean?
You read too much into it. There's a lot of comments out there saying, "Oh, it was rubbish and this, that, and the other." What do you expect? It was supposed to be behind closed doors, for God's sake.
No, yeah, I agree. And we'll bring Jono in. Jono, how we doing, mate?
Not bad, yourself?
Yeah, all good. So we'll start firstly with obviously the game yesterday. We won. We got a 2-1 win against Leuven. What are we going to take from this? Because obviously now it's getting a lot closer to the start of the season. Still no manager. Still no all them things that people are mentioning about the kit and whatnot. But I think the signs yesterday you could see from all the youngsters, some of the senior players, that we have something good coming in here. And obviously the youngsters are, for me, Monga is a star player. And as I've titled the stream, Monga Magic Strikes Again. Because again, he didn't score the goal, but he basically did everything to make sure that goal was going in, to put the own goal in. But the quality that this man has on the ball, and I think he megged about 5-6 players yesterday. So what's your take on this, Jono? Because Monga now, as we didn't really see too much of him at the end of the last season, because he only got given 10-20 minutes thereabouts, but after seeing him for 60 minutes yesterday, you could see the talent in him.
We're going to cash in hard ahead of next season. He's going to be he is he is the next young superstar. I think he's absolutely. There's a reason why Real Madrid, Man City are all looking around for him to sign him as a youth player, because he is unreal. He's the most positive thing come out of Leicester in years. He's pressing defenders. He's very good on this early in pre-season. The way he's dribbling the ball around defenders and crossing, and the way he's shooting is impressive this early on in pre-season. But what I took away from the game is I watched the interviews with Andy King, and I think he's dealt with this brilliantly. I think what he's doing is very clever. Because all players were saying to get 60 minutes in the second game of the pre-season is a massive step. No players usually do that. And what we've done, instead of having one pre-season game, right, this team plays, then the next game this team plays, thought, right, let's play everyone in one. Yes, the game was extended, but let's play everyone. And King is like, look, there's a new manager coming in, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to implement tactics. I'm just going to get the players fit. I'm going to get the players fit and sharp. And then when the new manager comes in, he's have to faff around getting them fit. All he's going to do then, he's got 3 weeks. Well, there's less than a month to go right.
Didn't me?
Well, he has to come. I'm hoping it's today. But hopefully when he does come in, all he does is tactics. He doesn't have to worry about getting the match fit. He goes, here you go. They're prepared. They're ready for you. So I think that's very clever on the pitch, I think Leicester's been very well organised. Off the pitch, we've been a crap show. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I agree. And obviously we have heard from even Andy King himself that the players have been fitter since the pre-season, for the last 3 years, and this is the fittest they've been in. So it's good signs. Again, I do see as well that Andy King keeps mentioning when the new manager comes in. So obviously we know there's somebody coming in, but he's, like you said, Jono, he's getting them ready for this season, whoever comes in. Like I say, he can't implement tactics until we know which manager it is. Again, there is a front runner right now, but he's just got to make sure they're ready to go, whoever it is. Nick, what's your kind of takeouts from yesterday? I don't know, did you watch it all, or what was your thoughts on certain players? Anyone that kind of took a shine to you?
Monga, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Nelson looked good. Even young lad,
Derek said,
Aluko, I thought he looks quite comfortable and very, very promising.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought even IU set pieces looked pretty decent, to be fair. Granted, one was wind assisted and it went in, but his free kicks weren't too bad either, and his corners, to be fair. But for me, I agree with Jono. I think what Andy King has done, and under the circumstances he's under, I think he's done a fantastic job. If anything, it just tells you how much of a crap show it's been the last few years, because he's come out and said this is the fittest they've been in years. So what the hell was Cooper, Maresca and all that lot doing? And also you can't read too much into it because it is just 60 minutes and it is pre-season. But the new manager, whoever it is going to have a squad that's pretty much ready to go and kick on, and then they can go to Austria this week and work on the tactics. And I think we have got another game while we're out in Austria.
Yeah.
So
when are we going on
this
our
week?
tour? When? What day?
It's this
Monday,
week, but we play. I think we play on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I think
Yeah,
It has
so
to
they'll probably go
be-
tomorrow.
The manager has to be announced today or tomorrow. He has to be announced.
He has to go
be
with
announced.
them.
Jono, you're both forgetting when we appointed Claudio, we did exactly the same thing. Claudio joined while they were out in Austria, so there's no reason why he's not all done and dusted, and you're just going to meet him out in Austria. Claudio did the same thing. If you all remember.
He could be going out with them anyway. Like he could be already in the club. We're just waiting for it to be announced. Like he could be already in the club, but
there's no news. Like I've looked in the last few days, there's been no new articles about any new manager. It's all dead quiet. So that must mean he's in. Surely it will also be saying, "Oh, there's a new plot twist. We used to plot twist. There's none. There's none.
No.
The
Everything's
media
quiet.
team at the club are on holiday. That's why there's no news.
Probably,
No,
yeah.
from other journalists. They're not reporting anything. That's
I
when
think
Well, it seems like it's a done deal with Cifuentes. I think
yeah.
that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Again, we'll talk about the manager situation a bit later on because again we've kind of beaten beaten a dead horse by that. But again, there's many things to talk about. Again, a lot of players that even I didn't really know of look quite decent yesterday. Like you said, Nick, Aluko, who has kind of been on the fringes of the under 21s. He really looked like he was a decent player, and
I'm sure he played the last game of the season as well against Bournemouth. He came on for a little bit.
I think so, yes. And
So,
again, these sort of players for us now, even if we did lose some, we know we've got some quality players in there. And like Kingy said, I think it was after the game yesterday, he was saying that he wants the team to be an all-in-one. They want to get bonded again, like he was in the team when we won the league. You need a team that's together and all that, and make sure that you're all fit and fighting for the same players. So that is the main thing about it, and that's why I think Andy King has done a good job in this season, because even if it was a random manager or a random fitness coach, it wouldn't be the same, because Kingy knows what you need in a team to build on. That's
he's
what
learned
you
from
need.
the best in that regard. He learned
Exactly.
from Pearson, which is
Exactly.
we've been saying for years. You need that type of mentality a little bit. You know, I think once we got rid of Pearson, and obviously got, bless him, Claudio did win us the league, but since we got rid of Claudio, the players kind of took over a little bit in that regard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It became a bit more player power, whereas under Pearson's watch, it was always, no, I'm first and foremost the manager. You come to me. You know what I mean? And it was a lot more better. So
I think that's why I'm happy Vardy's gone, because in one way, because that's a massive personality that's out of the club. He can't have a say in how the players should think. And the rest under Enzo, when we were playing, we had that run of bad form. Remember that Vardy had that meeting to say, look, let's get our act together, let's win this game. That won't happen.
Well, it did help us, but I know what you mean.
But again,
player
John,
power.
you can turn that on the other side of it. Was that not just Vardy doing what Kingy's trying to do now?
Yeah. He needs a team that together
he was part. Let's not forget, Vardy was part of Pearson even before we won the title. So he was already in that atmosphere. When we won the championship, when we had the likes of Lloyd Dyer playing for us, he knows what it's like. That's probably that Enzo thing. It was probably him saying, "Come on, pull your socks up, and kick on." I don't necessarily think it was Vardy trying to stir crap.
I think what we can know of from all this, though, is it's very good signs. And obviously, we were saying about maybe Kingy the job and whatnot, but I think Kingy's done the job that we needed him to do as the coach to get them ready for whoever comes in for the ready of the season, and just make sure that they're all together and working together and fighting for the same team going into it. But I will mention this comment, and I know obviously I shared it yesterday, but Robert says people were saying that Red Bull is going to be the new sponsor because there was a lot of Red Bull stuff at the game. Is that maybe any signs that there could be a new shirt sponsor? I don't know. But
I'm just saying, Jamie Vardy was there yesterday.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, maybe he was just a sponsor and said, "Oh,
the biggest poster boy for Red Bull ever."
Yeah, no, I agree. I just brought it up because again, it was weird to see a load of Red Bull stuff when we've never had that before. So,
can I bring up a comment? Really?
Go on.
I want to ask you a question, and I want to lead into Ian's comment here. Need a brave manager into playing the kids. Too many managers think win, so we'll back experienced players. Now, we both know that we're going to be suffering with either a transfer embargo or points deduction, and our finances overall are quite poor. Would you rather us sell a lot of players and rebuild fully with new players, or not risk any more FFP and build the squad we've got and use mainly youngsters?
I don't think you can throw all the youngsters in the championship.
No.
And I think
not all of them.
That's harsh, man.
Not all the youngsters, but keep the experienced players we have and then bring in the youngsters alongside them, or try and rebuild completely.
We don't.
No, there's no point rebuilding. That'll cost too much.
We have got a team. We've got a club now with players who we've already kind of rebuilt ourselves. We've got a youth team now that
Mhm.
is showing quality in the under 21s in some games in the Premier League last season. So we've got a team now where even if we do lose massive players or big players in the senior team, we've still got players to come in. Again, Will Alves wasn't as good yesterday, but again, signs of young players coming in and doing well. Monga, just absolutely quality player
insane.
who again, Fatawu, I'm pretty sure majority of people in this stream that would say that Fatawu probably is their starter. But what a player to bring on in Jeremy Monga in the
Mhm.
60th, 70th minute, and just absolutely ripping players new ones. Again,
And
for
Nelson.
me,
Get
yes,
rid of
and Nelson.
Kodo, bring in Nelson.
Again, yeah, everyone got to get a bit of a game, but Nelson for me is my starter. He's done it in the
Mine too.
Championship last season. Yes, people are saying, oh, it was for Oxford, but it doesn't matter. He's a young player who wants to grow and be a better player. And for me, the likes of Cody, if we have got this Martin Cifuente in, he won't fit into that sort of system anyway, in my opinion. So you've got to be building a team around players who can do the job in a role. And for me, someone who's Ben Nelson, who's young and wants to improve, he can do the job. So there's many players who's in the youth team that for me can push on. And I don't think we need to rebuild at all because we've already rebuilt it. Again, a few years ago, we were saying, where is any youth players? We had Dewsbury Hall and that was it. Now we've got quality 16, 17, 18-year-olds coming in and absolutely smashing it. So I don't think we need to rebuild at all, Jono.
There's one player that I want to talk about, and Gray's mentioned this comment 3 or 4 times now, so I thought I'd bring it up. Their goal came from one mistake, and this is the only player I feel is not up to scratch, and that's Winks. I thought when I watched him, he didn't look sharp, and that back pass to Ricardo was so poor. I know it's just pre-season, I know it's just about fitness, but he's the one that doesn't look the sharpest, if you know what I mean.
I don't think he did that bad of a job.
I don't think he did.
I think he did
I'm
what
not
he
being
did.
funny, but you try playing in that heat.
I
For a
think he
start. I don't
did.
care. John, I'm not being
compared to
funny.
his colleagues.
It's pre-season, dude.
I think when I watched the game, that first 60 minutes, because he started them minutes. For me, he did his job what he did last time in the Championship, where he didn't really get noticed, but he just passed the ball around without thinking, doing his job, and that was his only mistake. Again, when you're playing that sort of, I wouldn't say we played high pressing / tactical football, but he was playing in that role where he was that ball from going left to right or trying to break the lines. And for me, I don't think he did a bad job other than that one mistake. And it's like when against Peterborough, we made that one mistake with the keeper. It happens, but that's where you have to just cut them little issues out. And Winks, I think Winks and was it Ricardo did try and get it back. It was too late. But
I
again,
think Winks did more than Skip and Sumari did yesterday, personally.
No, I agree.
So,
We will talk a tiny bit about manager because again, since we've not really done a video since Monday about who's coming in. It seems to be Martin Cifuente. What are we thinking of this? Because again, there was so many rumours of different managers coming in every day, and it's finally like Jono said, it's finally gone quiet over the last couple of days about it. We did hear that it was going to be done by the weekend. Is it going to be done on the weekend, as in today? I don't know. But what are your two views on Marty? Do you think it was a good appointment? Do you think it was better than the others? I don't know, because people just judge it on the QPR stuff and think, why would we even go for that?
It's a fluke. I think what we've done is we've gone for the cheapest manager because you cannot go on tactics because Chris Wilder and Cifuentes are completely different managers completely. So you can't be linked with two different managers and then say it's down to tactics. What they've done is they've gone, right, what's the cheapest option? But luckily for us, we've stumbled across a manager who's actually good at who's got what we need. I think he's got great experience with youth. He's good at buying youth players in the transfer market. And looking at his tactics, what he's looking at is attacking football is what we've been waiting for years. So I think we've stumbled across a good manager, not because they've planned it, it's because I think they've just found one that actually suited us, like just by look.
There you go. I think Aggie says what he thinks. Shocking appointment. Again, I'll see you first game of the season, mate. Talk about that. I don't know. I think the reason I think everyone knows the reason why I prefer this guy to a load of other players, other managers, and it is the tactical side of stuff. But again, I know Nick, you're not a big fan of it. Would you have preferred the likes of Chris Wilder or O'Neill to come in? Again, I think for this one, it's more of a gamble, like Enzo was, but I feel like it could be a better payoff if we gets us in the position we want it to be.
I can't say. I honestly got no idea of how QPR played last season, other than the fact that we spanked them 6-1 in the FA Cup, and we weren't exactly brilliant that season, was we? But
from what I remember, they did
time will
beat
tell.
us. They did beat us in the season when we went up in the Championship.
Time will tell. Time will
No,
tell. You could argue. People say, "No, it's shocking." I would argue that our players that we've got at a disposal regarding the youth side of things, and even the ones that potentially don't move on in this window, I still think it's a better team than the QPR.
Yeah.
You know, so you can only play what you've got, can't you? So we shall see. Time will tell with him. But I don't like that style of football, that tippy-tappy Pep Guardiola, passing it around 50,000 times before you get into the opponent's
that.
box. I hate it. It's so
fun. Look at Barcelona. I know it's different realm to us, but they won that season by basically saying, we're not going to defend, we'll just attack until you score more than you. You know what I mean?
This Pep ball, for me, is killed football, full stop. I think you don't get the Mavericks anymore, the players that can change a game on their terms, when they want to. It's so boring. But
I
if
agree.
It gets us up.
I agree to a certain extent about what people have to opinions on the tactical kind of tippy-tappy football, but again, I think the big reason why I feel like we should be doing it this season is because the last couple of years, the teams that have got promoted have been playing that sort of style in a way, for me anyway. But
I don't necessarily think it's style, mate. I think it's more you get up when you play, and you play to your strengths. That's what you should be doing. As much as it pains me to say it, right? You know as much as I do, I hate Forest, but I will take my hat off to them because they didn't play that football, and look what they achieved last season. Okay, granted, they bottled Champions League.
But
yes, but they still got into Europe, Reader.
Yeah,
you
no,
can't
I
knock
agree.
them that.
I'm gonna slate Forest. I love over the last 10 years, we had Mahrez, N'Golo Kante, Ben Chilwell, Harry Maguire, Enzo Maresca, Dewsbury Hall.
Enzo Maresca, we didn't have him to play for us.
No, what I mean is though, like
on the training pitch, really.
When we've got something good, when we've got something valuable, other clubs take them away from us, but then we deal with it.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Forest.
As soon as Spurs try to take their player, it's illegal. You broke the rules.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal. We got a £60 million release clause.
Exactly. So Forest had a hissy
He was able to go. We lost Kante in a similar position. Kante went for 30 million because the Wally put 30 million in his release clause. It happens.
Forest fans have been very aggressive at the moment regarding the amount of players that they're losing because of the position they finished. They overachieved.
Oh, massively.
And now they've overachieved. That's where the players will just go on because they've shown their quality. We lost Kante. We lost a lot of our players because of how far we got with them. And that's where, again, you probably now see, even my sister, she was saying, oh, we're done now. I was like, yeah, you're probably going to struggle this season.
Yeah.
Because Europe as well, you're going to probably finish 15th. And they're like, oh, we're going to get top 10 easy. No, you're not.
No, you're
They've
not.
already lost to Langard. They're going to lose Gibbs White.
Yeah.
Let them rot.
They're going to,
especially what they did to Palace as well, because I think that's disgusting what they've done for Palace. I think Palace deserve for winning the FA Cup.
I hope they win their appeal.
To play the Europa.
If they finished in a certain position to get a European spot, I would probably go and say, okay, because of the league positions and whatnot of the French team Lyon, I'd say it. But because they won the FA Cup, I'd be like, no, there's no doubt about it. You've just won a cup for a European spot. No chance.
Because it all depends on from that first of March where they had to put the shares into like a trust or something stupid. I'm not being funny. Palace didn't know they were going to win the FA Cup in March, and they was down near the bottom half of the blooming table, for God's sake. So how the hell was he supposed to know it was going to happen? It's just Forest fans being picky again because they bottled the Champions League.
Well, you know, if when we after we won the Premier League, we came 11th, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, it's
I think
around
we
there.
came 11th. So, and we had we got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So, if
and we got
you
robbed out of that bastard. I'm sorry, we got robbed out of that.
If Forest
Yeah, we did.
doesn't get further than the quarterfinals in the Conference League, we're coming for you. I don't care if we're in the Champions League.
I think we got semi-finals.
No, we can come for them anyway because we've got a Premier League title at King Power.
And an FA.
Oh yeah, but they Problem is they'll keep going about the bloody European Cup, whatever it is.
Yeah, when dinosaurs roamed the earth.
I know, when none of them are even alive watching it. Like last few things then, guys. Anything we kind of looking into now going into next week's football? Obviously, pre-season still going on. Kingy's still in charge right now. Is there anything going to change? I'd be hoping that the manager, whoever it is, does come in soon. Has to be soon now. Even if he does go after they go to Austria and he just join them. But what are you looking for now? Because again, it is just over 2-3 weeks now until the first game of the season.
I think you're looking at manager announcement either today, tomorrow, or Tuesday. I think you're looking at potential kit launch. Maybe the manager's going to be holding the new shirt, and then possibly some transfer news in regarding players coming out and players coming in. Because I don't think we'll get a transfer embargo. If we were going to have a transfer embargo, it would have happened already.
Yes.
The points
again, we can buy players now, so yeah.
Exactly. So I think we will get points deduction, but I think the manager's going to look at what Kingy's done with the players, look at what he's got, and then assess what he needs. I think that's round about where we're going to be for the next week or so, personally.
Jono, any thoughts?
This is the next, I'll say 2 weeks. I'll give Leicester a little bit of leeway. This is the biggest 2 weeks in recent history for Leicester, because not only have we got to get this correct, because if we get this wrong, when we suffer a really bad championship season, we're going to be in the league for a while. I hope our manager had watched yesterday and analysed it properly, saying what players looked good, what players didn't look good. I agree with Nick. Saying that we should have an idea about who we're going to sell, who we're going to keep, who we're going to.
Well, again, realistically, sorry to put in, but realistically, I don't think that can happen until a manager does come in, because then he goes. That's mean you can't know. That's probably why we haven't had any ins or outs, because we need to know what the manager does need.
Exactly.
That's why I was hoping he's been watching us over the last few, just to get a picture. So. On that side, we should have planning about what players are leaving and going and bringing in. We should be, agree with Nick, releasing our kit. I'm fed up of looking at crappy leaks all over TikTok and Facebook of of Chinese ripper.
The one that was in a Turkish marketplace that's still got Premier League matches on it,
it's fake.
God knows what. Okay.
The logo was from 1980, and then a Premier League badge on. So yeah, it's definitely.
Ray does say that the 18th is where he said the kit launches. I don't know.
And anyway, anybody REEEDY's wearing the new kit anyway. We have played in it the last couple of weeks.
I'm buying the.
I don't get what's so wrong with it.
I'm buying the pink triangle one.
No, don't even buy that. That's horrible.
It is nice, but I just don't like. It's a bit like that kit we got relegated in, where they monochrome the badge. I don't like it when they muck about with the crest myself.
One thing I will mention.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Is what Scooby has said, because to merry-go-round at this club, no manager wants a crap of liars upstairs. I'm very happy that the reports have been that we've been upfront with the manager and said you can't buy anyone until you sell. I think that's the first time we've heard clarity with the club and the manager in a while. Because remember, Brendan said we need to clear out by combining one. Enzo did the same thing. So I'm happy that's also been clarified as well to the manager, saying you must sell before you buy because of FFP.
I think they've learned from the last couple of managers when
I think you'd have to be extremely thick not to realise that was going to be the issue.
Yeah, but at least they've been open.
With the King Power issues that's been going on behind the scenes. you know, it's not like we can give the manager a checkbook. Here you go, mate. Here's 100 mil. Go and buy some players. King Power
No,
probably
but you
don't
know
even
what I
have
mean,
100
though.
bloody pence, let alone a bloody 100 mil.
At least they've been honest. At least they've been clarified it. So you know what I mean. We've not seen that sort of level of clarification in a while.
I mean,
No,
we
I
never
agree.
know. We may have new owners next season. There's a rumor circulating. I don't know if you two have seen it. That the New York Giants owner is interested in buying us.
Is that which one's that?
The family that owns the New York Giants, the
Oh yeah,
NFL team.
I did see the £5 billion, whatever it was.
hmm
Are they a big team in America? New York
They're
Giants?
massive. What, New York Giants? They're massive.
I don't know
They've won
American
Super
football.
Bowls and all sorts of stuff.
Fair enough.
I mean, if they want to take over us, I'll be more than welcome.
As long as Top takes
bringing up
Rudkin
Ben's
Wheeling
comment.
with him.
I'm not bringing up Ben's comment.
Go on.
I'll see
I'm
the
not
last
saying
one
it.
before we... Wait, Ben.
Go on.
No,
Where is it?
Need an Arab.
Yeah. Why not? I'll take oil money.
We always
Yeah.
moan about what Man City do. They get away with it now.
No, but again, though, the Man City's owners, bit like King Power, they invested massively and heavily around the area of where the stadium is. I remember going there before those owners took Manchester City over, and it was a right dive. And you look, they've like rejuvenated the area, so why not?
No, I agree. Cheers, guys, for coming on today. We'll be obviously live again tomorrow to talk about hopefully a manager announcement. Probably not, but you never know. Nick, appreciate you joining, and we'll
It's
catch
all right,
you.
mate.
We'll catch you hopefully,
I'll see
maybe
you next
tomorrow
week.
when we announce the manager. Never know. See you in a bit, mate.
It all depends if the flight back from Lanzarote or wherever the media team's gone is on time, mate. That's what it depends on.
Yeah. No worries. See you in a bit, mate.
I know you go, bud. See ya.
Jono, appreciate you joining today. You actually got here on time today.
I got it early and had the whole show.
There you go. Next time you can only have 10 minutes.
Yes.
Right,
Well,
Jono,
I'll
see you in a bit, mate. See you in a bit. There you go, guys. Another show completed. Hopefully we do see a manager announcement soon. Hopefully we see a kit announcement. If we see anything that's an announcement, would be great. The biggest positive out of the whole preseason so far is we've not lost. We've won 2. That's the best thing that could happen. Yes, it's not about the winning, but fitness, everything like that, key points. But a positive result twice now is good to see to keep the momentum going. I appreciate you all coming on. As always, make sure to follow us on all socials. And we will see you all next week. Tomorrow with Phil Show, the Fan Zone show, to talk about everything Leicester City again. See you in a bit, guys.
Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.